Okay, so Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem, these are the dual of each other. Same way what we are learned in the source transformation. So how to convert voltage source into current source and current source into voltage source. So based on the same technique, these two theorems are possessing the duality property. Okay, so duality property already you learn in the signals and systems, so and as well as in the digital techniques. So today I will share the PPT of this Norton's theorem. So based on this PPT, we will start to learn the Norton's theorem. Please mute all mic. Only my mic will be on. Okay. Now I will start the Norton's theorem. So before this, some two three first two three slides will be the common for each and every theorem. So that will be the first two to three slides will be the common. So in the fourth slide, I will show what will be the Norton's theorem. What are the contents we are going to learn today in the Norton's theorem. Okay. So here, first of all, एक मिनिट अरे मुलं जॉईन होत आहेत अजून. ते कंटिन्युअसली मेसेज येतोय वेटिंग म्हणून, त्यासाठी मी थांबलो 1-2 मिनिटं. मुलं जॉईन होत आहेत. ते कंटिन्युअसली मेसेज येतोय, तुमच्या स्क्रीनवरती दिसत असेल तुम्हाला. मुलं अजून जॉईन होत आहेत. मी कालच सांगितलं होतं की वेळेवर जॉईन व्हा. विदिन 2 मिनिट्स यू कॅन जॉईन. ते कंटिन्युअसली कंटिन्युअसली मला मेसेजेस येतात. ओके. ओके. नाउ okay. Now I will start. Okay. Now I will start. So here, four theorems will be there. So out of four theorems, so first will be the superposition theorem we have completed, Thevenin's theorem we have completed. Now third will be the Norton's theorem that we are going to learn today. So next one, what are the contents are there today we are going to learn. It will be the similar to the Thevenin's theorem. So we'll start that one. That what are the theorems will be there. How to apply that Norton's theorem, what will be the procedure or steps we have to follow while applying the Norton's theorem. So that we are going to learn, and finally what are the applications of Norton's theorem. Okay, so we'll start now. First of all, I will start with the theorem statement. So what will be the Norton's theorem? So Norton's theorem states that in a linear network, okay, the very important condition that the network should be the linear. Once again I will repeat, what should be the linear network, what is the meaning of linear network. The linear network means which consisting of only resistor, capacitor and inductor. Are you understand? The network which consisting of only R, L and C, because these elements possesses the linearity property. Means if the current is passing through that element, the voltage drop across that element, and if we are plotting the graph of voltage and current, then it is a straight line passing through origin. That shows that the VI characteristics that shows that the VI characteristics of these elements will be the linear. That's why these elements are called as linear elements. So the network which consisting of linear elements, that is called as linear network. So Norton's theorem is also applied for a linear network only. So it is similar to Thevenin's theorem. So it states that any two terminal linear network consisting of number of independent sources, dependent sources, and resistors can be replaced by or can be represented with an equivalent network, and that network consisting of current source in parallel with resistor. Okay, so whatever may be the structure, whatever may be the design of network, that you can replace it by a simple uh, circuit which consisting of current source in parallel with resistor. Are you understand? So in Thevenin's theorem, what is the Thevenin's theorem? In Thevenin's theorem, whatever may be the network, two terminal linear network, that will be converted into simple network consisting of voltage source in series with resistor, whereas in Norton's theorem, that network is converted into simple circuit which consisting of current source in parallel with resistor. Okay, so this will be the theorem. In this way you can remember the theorem. So next will be, I will show in with the help of the graphical method, or you can say the circuit diagram. So here, if you are observing, so yesterday also I have taken the same example or same diagram. Only the difference is there. There is a voltage source. Here is a current source. Okay. Now here, uh, this is a two terminal linear network. The two terminal is A and B here, and load is there. Load may be the RL between two terminals. So that total network we have to convert into a Norton's equivalent. So now in Norton's equivalent, any two terminal linear network we can convert into a simple practical current source. Are you understand? So practical current source means what? Current source in parallel with resistance. So here IN will be the current source and RN will be the resistance. So this circuit or this part is called as what? Norton's equivalent circuit. Are you understand? So Norton's equivalent circuit we have to produce it from the any complex two terminal linear network. Then between A and B terminal you can connect a load as it is, and according to the question you can find out the response. Are you understand? So here in the below, what is the description given? The current source present in the Norton's equivalent circuit, that is named as IN. Are you understand? And next one, there will be also a resistor which is in parallel with current source, and that is named as RN. So to find out RTH and to find out RN, it will be the same. There will not be any difference. Only in Thevenin's theorem you have to keep that RTH in series with voltage source, and here in Norton's the RN value you have to keep in parallel with the current source. That is only difference. But finding out the equivalent resistance between two terminal, that procedure will be the same as that of Thevenin's theorem. Are you understand? Only the difference is in the Thevenin's theorem we are finding out open circuit voltage, that is the VTH, whereas in Norton's theorem we are finding out short circuit current between two terminals A and B. Means जे दोन terminal आहेत A and B, that you have to make it short, and that short circuit current you have to find out, and that current is named as IN. Okay. Now next one. So next one, uh, how to apply the Norton's theorem. Okay. So here, if you are carefully observe, here also two methods are there. Here also two methods are there. So on based on type of sources present in the network. So if you are carefully observing, if in the network all sources are independent sources only. Okay. Please mute. Okay. Now here two methods are there, same as Thevenin's theorem. So first method will be when all sources given in the network are independent only, means there should not be any diamond type of structure of sources. Okay. So when all sources are independent sources, then that will consider as a method one. So in method one, we are finding out short circuit current IN. We are finding out equivalent resistance between two terminal, that is RN, and then we have to draw the Norton's equivalent circuit, and then whatever the response is asking in the question, that you can find out. That procedure we are following in the method one. So in the method two, when the in the method 2, at least one independent source and at least one dependent source, when it is present, then that will fall under method 2. Okay. Now I will discuss the procedure or step of method 1 as well as method 2. So we start with the method 1. So in the method 1, when only independent sources are present. So in that case, there will be the four steps. There will be four steps. So first step is what? Consider the circuit by opening the terminals with respect to which Norton's equivalent circuit is to be found. So observation you have to do. Once the observation is clear, once the observation is clear, you have to identify the nodes. That is, you have to identify the terminals A and B, C and D, whatever it may be, 1, 1 dash, 1, 2. So once you are finding these two terminals, you can make it open. If register is connected, any component is connected between these two terminals, you can clearly make it open. Okay, that is the step 1. In the step 2, what you have to do? Find out the Norton's current IN by shorting these two terminals. Okay, A and B terminals are assigned. If A and B terminal is there, then you have to open that two terminals and then short that terminals and find out the short circuit current IN. Then step 3, in step 3, what you have to find out? Keep these two terminals open as it is. If any independent voltage source is there, you can make it short. If any independent current source is there, you can make it open. And by making these making this, you can find out the equivalent resistance Rn between two terminals. So once you are finding Rn value, you can easily draw the Norton's equivalent circuit, and between A and B terminal, connect the load resistor as it is and find out the response. Are you understand? So this will be the steps we are going to follow on when method 1 we are going to use. So method 1 consisting of only independent sources present in the network. Okay. Now we can move to the next one. That next is nothing but method 2. So method 2 will start. So method 2 means what? When in the present network, at least one independent source and at least one dependent source. When you are observing any dependent source in the network, straightly you can follow the steps of method 2. Okay, or case number 2. Now here we are going to learn the steps what we are going to follow. The first step will be the easy, that it will be as it is. So consider the circuit diagram by opening the terminals, means whatever the terminals given, you can make it open, remove any component if it is present. So next one, step 2. In step 2, what you have to find out? Now instead of finding uh, Rn value, you can find out first of all VOC. So VOC means what? Open circuit voltage, same as VTH. VOC is nothing but OC means open circuit. So instead of finding Rn directly, you can find out by indirect method. So indirect method means what? You can find out the Norton's voltage. We can say Norton's voltage, that is VOC, open circuit voltage between two terminals. The procedure is same as Thevenin's voltage, that is VTH. VTH is same as VOC. Okay. So I will write here VTH and VOC will be the same one. Now next one, third point, find out the Norton's current IN by shorting the two terminals. So this will be the same. Short the two terminals A and B, whatever may be the two terminals, you can short and find out that short circuit current. Once you know the VOC value, once you know the IN value, you can easily find out the value of equivalent resistance. That is the Norton's resistance Rn. So Rn you are getting, Rn is equal to VOC divided by IN. So finally, Rn value you know, okay, VOC value you know, you can find out the Norton's equivalent circuit and connect the load resistor and find out the response. Okay. Now these are the two methods. These are the two methods. Okay. Now here, alternate method. Alternate method means what? This will be the you can consider as a third method. Hello. Okay. Okay. What is the problem? What is the problem here? I cannot speak Marathi. Are you understand? See here. Okay. No, no. Marathi I cannot speak because uh, we are making the recording here. Okay. We are making the recording. That's why I cannot speak the Marathi. I will make it simple. Okay, in English language. Now here, alternate method will be there. So alternate method means what? If same circuit is there, if you know the Thevenin's theorem very well compared to the Norton's पेक्षा जर Thevenin's theorem तुम्हाला जर व्यवस्थित वाटत असेल, if you are confident about Thevenin's theorem, then you can find out Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Even though they are asking Norton's equivalent circuit, you can use the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Then from Thevenin's you can easily convert into Norton's equivalent by using the source transformation that is given here. Are you understand? So if you are not confident about Norton's and you are confident about Thevenin's, then go for Thevenin's theorem, solve it by Thevenin's theorem, and once you are finding the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, using the source transformation, you can convert that Thevenin's equivalent circuit into Norton's. Are you understand? So by using this method also you can able to solve or you can able to apply the Norton's equivalent circuit or Norton's theorem. Okay. Now once again, okay. Now once again, okay. Now once again I will repeat the method one and method two for you people. Once 1 minute I once again repeat. So here I will use the very simple words when uh, when given network is there in the question and suppose they are asking in the gate exam how they are asking now already subject you are given, okay, there will not be any description question what is the Norton theorem, find out Norton's equivalent circuit, such type of question will not be there. The question will be like this. What will be the type of question here? So type of question will be there. Find out value of Norton's current. Find out value of Norton's equivalent resistance. Okay, अशा तऱ्हेचे क्वेश्चन विचारतात गेट मध्ये. सो इन दॅट केस यू हॅव टू आयडेंटिफाय द टाइप ऑफ नेटवर्क. टाइप ऑफ नेटवर्क कसले असतील? इन द फर्स्ट नेटवर्क टाइप वेन द ऑल सोर्सेस आर इंडिपेंडेंट. मग इंडिपेंडेंट सोर्सेस म्हणजे काय? ज्याचे व्हॅल्यू दिलेले असेल मीन्स 20 व्होल्ट, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, okay, 5 volt. So if such a value are given for voltage source, then that voltage source or that current sources are called as what? Independent sources. So in the network, if all sources are independent, then you can apply the method one procedure. Okay. Now second case means method two. मेथड टू मध्ये काय असणार आहे? एक तरी एक डिपेंडंट सोर्स दिला असणार आहे. सो डिपेंडंट सोर्स इज रिप्रेझेंटेड बाय दिस डायमंड शेप. सो डिपेंडंट सोर्स इज रिप्रेझेंटेड बाय डायमंड शेप मीन्स प्लस मायनस आणि करंट सोर्स. ओके. जेव्हा असं डिपेंडंट सोर्स डायग्राम मध्ये असेल, when the dependent source is present in the given diagram, so you have to follow the method 2. If dependent source is not there, then you can follow the method 1. Okay, हे तुम्हाला जमायला पाहिजे. Okay, you have to follow this procedure and that comes under observation. Once you are identify which method it is, then you can follow the steps of that particular method. मग मेथड वन मध्ये काय असणार आहे? वेन ऑल सोर्सेस आर इंडिपेंडेंट, इन दॅट केस 4 steps विल बी देअर. सो 4 steps विल बी वॉट? जर जर दोन टर्मिनल दिले नसेल, देन यू हॅव टू आयडेंटिफाय दीज टू टर्मिनल बेस्ड ऑन द लोड रजिस्टर आर एन. लोड रजिस्टर वरनं तुम्हाला दोन टर्मिनल ठरवायचे आहेत. ओके, ए अँड बी यू कॅन कन्सिडर ॲज ए अँड बी. And these two terminals you have to make it open. ते 2 टर्मिनल मध्ये जर रजिस्टर असेल तर तुम्ही ते स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्डली रिमूव्ह करा. Make it open. So once you are making open, that two terminal will be remains open circuit. Now next step 2. Step 2 means what? In the Norton's theorem, we are finding the short circuit current. शॉर्ट सर्किट करंट काय करायचं? ए अँड बी टर्मिनल शॉर्ट करायचे. देर शुड नॉट बी एनी कॉम्पोनंट. कुठलेही कॉम्पोनंट असता कामा नये बिटवीन टू टर्मिनल. सो दॅट टू टर्मिनल शुड बी शॉर्ट आणि तोच जो शॉर्ट करंट असणार आहे दॅट विल बी द आय एन. नेक्स्ट विल बी आर एन. Next will be the Rn value. So Rn value is same as Rth. Rn आणि Rth जे आहे ते इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स कसं फाइंड आउट करतो त्याच पद्धतीने तुम्हाला Rth आणि Rn फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे. आर यू अंडरस्टँड? सो इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स फाइंड आउट करताना काय करतो? व्हॉट वी आर डुईंग? वी आर शॉर्टिंग व्होल्टेज सोर्स. वी आर शॉर्टिंग वी आर ओपनिंग द करंट सोर्स. फक्त ओपन आणि शॉर्ट कुठले करायचे? जर इंडिपेंडंट सोर्सेस असतील तरच. डिपेंडंट सोर्स वी कॅन नॉट मेक इट शॉर्ट और ओपन. डिपेंडंट सोर्स शुड बी ॲज इट इज. Okay. Now next one. Step 4 will be the drawing of Norton's equivalent circuit. Simply you have to put IN in parallel with RN. Now next case, next case method 2. So method 2, here what you are doing in method 2, when one dependent source present at least one and at least one independent sources, in that case you can easily apply the Norton's theorem. Okay. Now 5 steps I have given. So IN also you can find out here. IN, there will not be any problem to find out IN. There will be problem for finding out RN directly. So instead of finding RN directly, you can find out open circuit voltage between two terminals A and B. That open circuit voltage is VOC. So once you are finding VOC is same as VTH. VOC and VTH the procedure same असणार आहे. So find out VOC, find out IN value, and based on these two value, you can find out the RN value. So RN is equal to VOC divided by IN. Okay. Finally, you can draw the Norton's equivalent circuit, and then you can find out the any parameter if asking in a question. Okay. Now next one. Next one we will see alternate method. Alternate method means what? Suppose if you are not confident about Norton's theorem, but you know the very well Thevenin's theorem. Okay. So then you can apply the Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem apply करा. Thevenin's theorem मध्ये काय find out करतो? VTH and RTH. So find out VTH and RTH. Then you will get Thevenin's equivalent circuit. VTH is in series with RTH. Then based on this Thevenin's theorem, you can convert into Norton's equivalent circuit. Okay. Thevenin's equivalent circuit is converted into Norton's equivalent circuit by using what? Source transformation method. सोर्स ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन मेथड जर तुम्ही यूज केलात तर तुम्हाला थेव्हनिन्स इक्विव्हॅलंट सर्किट पासून नॉर्टन्स इक्विव्हॅलंट सर्किट मध्ये कन्वर्ट करता येतं किंवा उलट नॉर्टन्स इक्विव्हॅलंट सर्किट पासून थेव्हनिन्स इक्विव्हॅलंट सर्किट मध्ये कन्वर्ट करता येतं. आर यू अंडरस्टँड? सो find out Thevenin's equivalent circuit and you will get the Norton's one. Okay. Now next one example we will see a simple example. That example is the same whatever we consider for the Thevenin's theorem so that you can understand what will be the difference. So here find out the current flowing through 20 ohm resistor. Okay. या 20 ohm मधलं तुम्हाला current find out करायचं आहे. That I will give the name as I. So that I you have to find out between which is passing through 20 ohm. But what is the condition here? Use the Norton's theorem or find out the Norton's equivalent circuit. Now here by using two different methods you can solve this problem. So first of all, before solving, carefully observe the circuit diagram. Carefully observe kara. What you have to observe? Which type it is? Method 1 or method 2? As there is no dependent source in the given network, it is falling under method 1. Only independent sources are there. म्हणजे 4 एम्पियरचा एक करंट सोर्स आहे आणि 20 वोल्ट व्होल्टेज सोर्स आहे. There should not be any dependent source. So here we are going to follow method 1 or method 3. Method 3 म्हणजेच Thevenin's theorem चा. Okay. Now here first of all I will teach you the third method. That is the already we solved this problem with the Thevenin's theorem yesterday. So first of all, I will follow the method 3 and then I will tell you method 1. Okay. So method 3 मध्ये काय असणार आहे? Find out Thevenin's equivalent circuit according to Thevenin's theorem steps. So VTH A and B मधला जो 20 ओमचा रेजिस्टर आहे that you can make it open. तो ओपन करा आणि प्लस मायनस VTH मार्क करा. ओके. सो VTH यू कॅन इझिली फाइंड आउट बाय युझिंग द नोडल अनालिसिस. मग नोडल अनालिसिस वरनं तुम्हाला ते फाइंड आउट करायचे. ओके. सो VTH यू कॅन इझिली गेट बाय द थेव्हनिन्स थेरम बाय अप्लाइंग द नोडल अनालिसिस. V1 चं व्हॅल्यू येईल आणि VTH चं व्हॅल्यू येईल. yesterday we already solved. Okay, I will share this PPT as well as last lecture PPT to your group, so that you can understand both theorem, Thevenin's and Norton's. Now next one, similarly you can find out RTH between two terminals. RTH पण find out करा या दोन terminal मधला by opening this current source and shorting this voltage source. You can find out the RTH value. I will show afterwards. Now next one, once you are finding Thevenin's voltage VTH and RTH, the VTH answer will come 200 divided by 3 volt and RTH will come 40 divided by 3. Yesterday we got these two values by solving using Thevenin's theorem. So once you know the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, this is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, you can easily convert into Norton's equivalent circuit by using the source transformation technique. Okay. Now I will show that in the next slide. Now here, if you are carefully observing, so IN value we can find out, that is IN is equal to VTH divided by RTH. This is by using source transformation. I already told source transformation means voltage source can be converted into current source and current source can be converted into voltage source. So once you know the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, you can find out Norton's equivalent circuit, which is shown here. So IN value you have to find out. IN is equal to VTH divided by RTH. VTH चं व्हॅल्यू माहित आहे 200 divided by 3. RTH चं माहित आहे 40 divided by 3. You will get IN value is equal to 5 ampere. So RTH is equal to RN, that is equal to 40 divided by 3. So that will become in a parallel. Okay. So this will be the called as Norton's equivalent circuit. So once you know the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, you can easily convert into Norton's equivalent circuit by using the source transformation technique here. Now what is the question here? The question is asking, what is the question? Find out current passing through this 20 ohm, that is considered as a I किंवा I20. Okay. Now here that will consider in the step 3. So here connect the 20 ohm resistor between two terminals A and B. So circuit will be like this. So here you can easily apply the current division. So current division means what? Total current 5 divided into अपोजिट ब्रांच रेजिस्टर, म्हणजे ज्या ब्रांच मधून करंट काढायचे त्याच्या अपोजिट ब्रांचचा रेजिस्टर घ्यायचा, दॅट इज 40 डिवायडेड बाय 3 डिवायडेड बाय 40 डिवायडेड बाय 3 प्लस 20. So find out this answer. So answer you will get 2 ampere. So that will be the value of current passing through 20 ohm resistor. Okay. So this will be the answer. By using Norton's theorem also we can find out the current passing through 20 ohm. By using Thevenin's theorem also we can find out the current passing through 20 ohm. So whatever you are feeling easy, you can follow that method. But whatever the question is asked, that is the important. Are you understand? So they are asking find out the current passing through 20 ohm. Even though they Norton's ask, you can use the Thevenin's and convert into Norton's by using source transformation. Okay. Now here, so we can apply the method 1. So now I will tell method 1. I will draw that circuit once again. 1 minute. Okay, now I will draw that circuit. So this will be the 20. Okay, this will be the 5. This will be the 5. This will be the 10. This will be the 10, and this will be the current source. Okay, that current source value, and this will be the 20. Now here what you have to do, while finding the short circuit current, you have to so here I will tell here in this diagram only 2 minutes is there. So I will explain in this diagram. So here 20-volt source is there, 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm will be there. So when you are finding the short circuit current, you can short this terminal. Okay, you can short this terminal A and B, and that current is known as IN. That current is known as IN. So here you can apply nodal analysis. At this point, what will be the voltage? V is equal to 0. कारण का शॉर्ट सर्किटला जे काही पॅरल असेल त्याच्या अक्रॉसचं व्होल्टेज पण झिरोच असेल. आर यू अंडरस्टँड? सो हिअर V is equal to 0. This voltage you can find out. So apply the nodal analysis here. You can apply the nodal analysis. This is outgoing current. This is outgoing current, and this is also outgoing current. Okay. So by applying nodal analysis, you can find out V1. So based on V1, you can get the answer of this one, and finally you can add the values of current, that is IN plus this I1 is equal to 4 ampere. Okay, that equation will come. So 4 ampere is given here as a current source. I1 value you can get using the nodal analysis, and once you are know these two values, you will get the answer of IN. So this is also one of the method, that is the method number one. By using nodal analysis, you can find out the value of short circuit current IN. Okay, and value of RN. How to find out value of RN? That is already we discussed yesterday in the Thevenin equivalent circuit. So by using this simple method, you can find out the value of IN as well as value of RN. Okay, now next we will move to the last slide. That will be the application here. So what are the applications here? So first of all, changing the load voltage. So you can, once you know the Norton's equivalent circuit, according to the transfer of maximum power, you can change the load. That load will be the RL. So already we have completed in the NTA subject, we have completed the maximum power transfer theorem practical. So in that, if you are changing the load resistor, power delivered to the load will be the change. Okay, that you can examine. Next one, second will be the to obtain the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. To obtain Thevenin's equivalent circuit also, you can use the Norton's theorem. And finally, obviously, it will be useful for determine maximum power which can be transferred from source to the load. Okay. So in this way, Norton's theorem we have completed. In the next lecture, we are discussing about the maximum power transfer theorem, and along with this maximum power transfer theorem, we will start to solve the problems based on all theorems. Okay. Now next lecture as well as next two lectures, we are engaging for solving the problems based on the theorems. पुढचे जे दोन लेक्चर होणार आहेत या पुढचे, फॉर दॅट वी आर युझिंग द